Welcome to the channel, I'm Leroy, hope you're all good, hope you're all well. Today's video, before we start, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, it helps the algorithm, is all about weird competitions. I got inspired for this video because I was reading some information about Excel. Yeah, Excel spreadsheets. There's actually a competition started in 2015 and it had a prize money of $25,000. And I'm thinking, well, you don't have to be fit and are an athlete, do you? So what other competitions are there in the world which are just weird? And anybody can, if you're a nerd, a geek, fat, thin, from Yorkshire, can you do it? So, roll tight cards, here we go. Today I am reacting to a video with weird competitions all over the world. Maybe some that you would like to try. I know what you're thinking. What are these dangly things on my sweater? I look like Jim Carrey hat at mask. I do apologise. I think they'll be get chopped off. And also, it's just two more videos before this boring background, this vanilla wall is gone. And I'm in my new studio, so don't forget to subscribe so you can keep a cheeky watch. I've got some great videos coming up, so let's dive.
Since the dawn of man, we have had the urge to compete. And to this day, we love to watch people compete against each other, whether it's the
I'd love to be a
Olympics,
Formula
the
1
World
driver.
Cup, or the Super Bowl.
I never wanted to be a
However,
footballer.
Our competitive nature runs deeper than just the biggest sports on the biggest stages.
Did you want to be an athlete?
And many competitions exist.
I think this is that the cheese run?
As completely bizarre. Today, we're showing you 8 of the craziest competitions in the world.
What's that one?
So for all this and more, stay tuned right here at Wonderlane. Would you describe yourself as competitive? Did you used to cry when you lost at Wii Bowling when you were a kid? Me either. What? Let's start at number 8 with one of the most bizarre contests
here we
in this
go.
entire list. The Worm Grunt Contest.
What?
Worm grunting is the technique of luring worms to the surface of the earth by
that's a
vibrating
weird
them out
competition.
of the ground. In the worm grunting competition in Wilston, United Kingdom, each participant is given their own 9 square meter field in a large meadow, and they have to bring as many worms as possible up to the surface of the earth. Everyone uses their own technique here. Some hop in place, others play musical instruments and bang a shovel on the ground to create vibrations. Last year, the winners made it to first place with only 11 worms, but the record for the most
I don't want to
worms
get beat by children
in 30 minutes without digging is over 500. At number 7, we've got the Extreme Ironing World Cup. This
Extreme
is exactly
ironing.
what it sounds like.
No
it's
jokes about women.
Ironing, like ironing clothes.
Resist.
But it's extreme, right? So the ironing is not done in the laundry room. Participants have to iron in some very unusual places. At the Extreme Ironing World Championship, there are different categories in which the ironers compete. For example, in the Rocky style category, ironing is to be done on a mountain or on a rock. You can either iron on the top of the mountain, or you can even set up your ironing board on a wall. In the category Forest style, the contestants iron on branches and in treetops. Water style, they iron both on the surface of the water and underwater.
Technically not ironing.
This category
It's not plugged in, is it?
Where participants board small planes with motorized parachutes or the combination.
So we've gone from worms to extreme.
You may be wondering who would want to take part in such a competition.
What's prize money for these?
Overly aggressive moms with nothing to lose. I think people are just really bored, man. Anything to feel alive. Plus, it's productive, I guess. Let's move on to number 6 and a competition that brings the pain. The Death Diving World Championship. When jumping off the diving board, one normally avoids the dreaded belly, back, or butt flop. But in Oslo, Norway, there is a competition dedicated to these very fine art forms. It's not about agility, it's not about grace, and it's not about limiting your splash or any kind of technique.
Oh, I just think a belly flops.
The clap of the stomach on the water. Before jumping,
it just looks
participants
painful.
usually take
not
a
for
running
me.
start
Not for
and they
me.
toss their helpless bodies into the water with reckless abandon. The pros, however, utilize a very specific trick. They fall belly down, but just before they hit the surface, they put their arms together and form a kind of ball to diffuse the impact. How the idea for the Extreme Jumping World Championship came about was explained by the Norwegian world champion Truls Torp. It's just a typical Norwegian thing. We're just absolutely crazy. At number 5, we've got a
Number
competition
5,
that's
come
a
on.
bit of a head scratcher, to be honest.
Something I can
I
do.
don't know what's going on here. Every year, people from all over the world gather at Coppers Hill in Gloucester, United Kingdom, for the
Gloucester.
Coppers Hill rolling race. Everyone gets
Oh,
a
this is
4
gonna be
kilogram
that's
slice
that cheese
of the
one.
very popular Gloucester cheese, and they throw it down the hill. Then
I've
they
seen
all throw
videos of this.
themselves
This
down the
just
hill
looks like you're
after
gonna
the
break your neck.
cheese.
Look at him.
It can get pretty
Look at him
wild.
charging down.
The goal is to be the first to reach the bottom of the very steep hill.
Look how steep
Whoever
that hill
manages
is.
to do this gets to keep the cheese. All I'm
Me
saying
running to
is
Chippy
that
on a
this
Friday night
cheese
when I was a
must
kid.
be unreal. People are throwing themselves off
Okay.
a cliff for this
I
grassy,
just wanted to win
dirty
cheese.
Let's stay in England for number 4. In Marchwood, one of the wildest eating contests in the world takes place every year.
Well, these are in
The
England.
nettle
What's this
eating
one?
Contest. Each participant gets a big bundle of nettle bushes, and then they have to eat as many leaves as possible. To drink, the participants get a
Eating
glass
nettle.
of beer, which helps to get rid of the foul taste that the leaves
Oh,
produce.
no.
The nettle leaves are said
Fuck
to taste
that.
like spinach and
Oh,
are
no.
a rich
No.
source of vitamins. But there is an obvious problem in that the nettle leaves are poisonous. They've been known to cause swelling of the lips as well as black
yeah,
tongues
sign me up.
when consumed raw. So the participants
I'll pass on that
utilize
one.
some strategy here. They fold the leaves
Who
before
comes up
they
with
put
these
them in their mouths,
competitions?
so the prickly hairs on the surface do not
That
come in
isn't-
contact with their
That
tongues.
just don't look
This
nice.
is just another example of English people
I don't think
acting
he's a
up.
real police
I
officer.
don't know why they're being like this. They also have a shin kicking contest that involves weird faces and
Oh,
hoops,
gurning.
and a pudding
Takes me
throwing
back to
contest,
going to
but it's
Seaside.
British pudding, so it's more like a thick dough dish. Someone go find English people a hobby or something.
Oh, get
Give
into
them
this.
something to do.
Sacrilegious. Oh, don't damage
They can't go
Yorkshire
on like
pudding.
this.
Oh,
Number 3 features another curious competition held regularly in Castrillo de
not
Murcia,
English one,
Spain.
isn't it?
It's part of the
Oh.
El Calacho
This- if
celebration,
this is that
an
bull
old festival
run.
that's been held
No.
in the Spanish town for over
No.
400 years. It's all about
I
the
don't-
Calacho,
I don't
or the
agree with it.
devil, who's
It's
represented
animal
at the
cruelty.
festival by a
Oh.
selected man in disguise.
Oh, maybe not.
He runs
The
after
guy
people
just
with a
whipping
whip
you.
and a stick, and the highlight of the event is the so-called baby jumping. To become the Calacho and have
I'm
the
confused. What's going on
privilege
here?
of running through the city in a devil costume, you have to show that you are the best long
this
jumper in
before?
town.
What's going on?
Because for baby jumping, you actually have to jump over real babies. Newborns between 0 and 12 months of age are placed on a mattress in the middle of the street, and the Calacho jumps over them.
Okay.
The more babies he's able to clear, the better. I definitely have a lot of questions about this one, like why babies? And who would volunteer their child for this? I
Local
am
roadmen
calling
over
DHR
there.
on the entire country of Spain. At number
Scary.
2, we're heading to Mother Russia. In Krasnoyarsk, Siberia, the so-called slap contest takes place every year. 2 men face each other and slap each other in the face as hard as they can.
Oh, it's gonna be
The
slap.
first man to
Slap,
fall
slap,
over
slap,
or
slap,
voluntarily leave the
Yeah, there it is. Slapped you. You probably think I'm finished, huh? No, there's another one.
Oh my god!
Don't worry, bitch. I didn't forget about you. There's a slap for you. Slap, slap, slap. Yeah, there you go. Here's a little reach around the back of the head slap.
Oh god!
Some athletes, such as the Siberian
They put powder
Vasily
on, don't they?
Kamatsky,
Proper
have seen their
bounce.
opponents go
Oh,
down
Jesus.
after one slap.
That
If you look
damage
at
your
the
eardrum
muscle
a lot.
definition and the arms of some of these
Look at that
dudes,
hairy beast
it
of a
becomes
man.
very clear that
Look.
anyone who decides to do this is signing up for a concussion from Vlad here. YouTuber Logan
No.
Paul recently expressed interest in the competition, but when he saw his competitor, he explained that he no longer
Slap me
wanted
back
to
into
compete
90s,
because he was
that.
afraid of serious injuries.
It's not for
The
me.
prize money ain't worth the pain either, as the winner only gets like $500. Only men are allowed to take part in the competition, but recently there's also been a bagpipe contest for women only. The Russian Yashik
Sign me up.
Cup involves 2
Sign me
women
up. Where do I sign up?
slapping each other on the ass. Glorious. Oh, you
Oh,
wanted
come
to
on.
see it?
Is
You
this
wanna
a
see the
genuine
rest of this clip?
competition?
No. I'm calling the horny police. The aim is to make the opponent fall over or
This
take
was
at least
created
one
by
step
men.
forward. Compared to the
This is
men's
the idea of men.
competition, however, the women's competition is relatively harmless.
So we're basically the
far,
men
there
have
been
got
no
slapping
knocked
around
out
faces,
opponents,
and then
no
they've
major
created another
injuries,
sport,
and most
which
of
is
the
basically
participants
slapping
just bust out a
someone's
sly little
ass.
grin upon being spanked publicly. Last but not least, number 1, the
What's number one?
wife-carrying competition. This one's pretty
Wife
much
carrying
self-explanatory.
competition.
The goal is to carry your own wife as far as possible. Participating men take their wives on their backs.
Oh, come look
upside
at the
down.
size of
I guess
his
this is
wife.
more efficient
That's
for
not his
some
wife,
reason.
that's his
On the
daughter
way
or
to the
something.
finish line, there are various obstacles like ponds,
What,
mud
real women?
puddles, and wooden planks. Even though the men do most of the work here, the women also have to endure a lot.
If I did that with my wife and I dropped her into
Some
water,
women have turned the tables and carried
she'd
their
break my
men.
legs.
The first prize is your spouse's weight.
Oh,
in
did you
beer.
get to carry a husband?
So that's going to do it for our video
Look at the
on
size
the
of
8
him.
weirdest competitions that humanity has to offer. Which one
Well,
of
there
these
was 8 of the weirdest competitions in the world. Is any that you would do? Any what you would sign up for? Maybe you're already brushing up on your Excel skills now. Up to $25,000 something wins for that. Some weird competitions. And esports has become massive. Don't forget there's a new video every single Monday on this channel. I've been Leroy. Thank you for watching as always. I'll see you over on TikTok or Instagram. Bye.